Oftentimes your clients matter, company, business, or even life is at stake. While as a lawyer, you can hold their destiny and course of life in your hands. Such honor comes with great responsibility, though. Thus, just great knowledge of law will never be enough. A lawyer's character and work outcome will be greatly influenced by how reliable and available he is to its client's needs. The client must know that their lawyer is trustworthy, reliable, and that they show interest and they play an active role throughout the client's business journey. The current energy crisis was a sort of the big bang of emergency measures, taken on both European and national levels, implemented with the purpose of helping the state ultimately help the final consumers. On the top of everything, the conflict started right near our borders, led to amplifying the crisis by cutting an important energy supplier from the European market. All the new emergency measures, as well as the sanctions imposed on Russian crude oil and petroleum, created an environment where companies were more prone to tax or maybe even criminal consequences. Last, the newly introduced solidarity contribution, which will soon be due in June, and it's affecting most of oil manufacturers, suppliers, and retailers around Europe. This contribution was originally introduced by the European Union, with member states being able to provide their own provisions in implementing these suggested measures. Most energy companies operate in more than one country, raising many issues regarding national provisions applicability. Some companies pay the same contribution in more countries, while some manage to elude the contribution due to the vague and uncorrelated regulations in the member states. However, due to these provisions being both new and exceptional, the tax authorities are larking on companies like hoax. Therefore, the companies who are subject to this contribution are exposed to possible recalculations of income and corporate tax, possibly escalating to tax evasion. The business environment currently has a precarious state caused by energy crisis, the uncertainty of the evolution within the energy prices, and the supply-demand balance. A lawyer's contribution in the current crisis and on legal grounds of the imposed emergency measures has proven to be absolutely vital towards creating a bulletproof evolution for companies that carry out activities in energy sectors. Although our markets are still mostly populated with the energy manufactured from crude oil and gas, I do believe the current environment made an even stronger push towards more investment in renewable energy. Companies are now focusing on creating sustainable workplaces using better types of equipment to ensure less pollution, as well as investing in the optimization of factories and final products. Well, within this framework, I believe the next big thing in the energy sector is to rely on hydrogen as a new type of energy. But this is more probably speaks to the future, given that currently elemental hydrogen is scarce and its production is not as environmentally friendly as we'd expected, being counterbalanced by the emissions of the carbon dioxide. Nevertheless, the energy sector has proven to us time and time its ingenuity. Therefore, we're all holding our breath for the next big thing to improve our day-to-day life. You see, although the prices increased and the market has suffered for the final consumer, to say that the market environment was favorable for the companies reliant on fossil fuels would be an understatement. Due to the final prices increase, the manufacturing margin as well as the retail profits skyrocketed in 2022 for both manufacturing refineries and final retailers. Even though the energy crisis created grounds for a tougher market, our energy sector players have managed to find the light at the end of the tunnel and survive the predicted market crash, some even with amazing profits. I've guided myself throughout my career on what my mentor once told me regarding the three essential qualities an exceptional lawyer must possess. And that would be knowledge, talent, and commitment. As he once explained to me, all three must coexist in order to create the perfect synergy. In this world, if you lack a certain spark of the talent and knowledge, you can still always succeed to a certain extent if you're committed, determined, and disciplined. However, if you're not committed to the cause, you could have all the talents and knowledge in this world, and they still won't do any good for you. And this, I believe, applies to any profession.